We have breaking news. President Trump says he has reached the framework of a future deal with respect to Greenland after meeting with NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte. In a post on social media, Trump says the pact would affect the entire Arctic region, though it's unclear exactly what that means and if or how Canada may be impacted. Trump says if the deal is consummated, he will not be imposing tariffs on 8 European countries, which were scheduled to go into effect on February 1st. Joining us now, Jeffrey Bloodworth, political analyst at Gannon University. Jeffrey, I know we're all still metabolizing this tweet because it just came out just a few minutes ago, but I think most people are reading this as Trump backing down in terms of owning or taking over Greenland. What's your interpretation?
That's exactly what I think it is. It is declaring victory, and there'll be some sort of, agreement or framework which will not change the status quo in any kind of actual way. But Donald Trump will have dominated the headlines, changed the subject, and given Republicans perhaps what they think is a campaign issue.
We are in speculating, really, as to what this post on social media actually means. But when we're talking about the future deal and the framework, any guesses as to what that might mean?
I think it means, I would assume it means that there are, defense agreements, business agreements for mining rare earth minerals. Look, restating what already exists is that, the U.S. is a significant partner with Denmark and NATO in safeguarding Greenland. The U.S. has significant, along with other Western nations, significant business partnerships in harvesting rare earth minerals. I think this will be a restatement of what exists. Trump will claim that this is new. NATO and the Western alliance will be surely weakened, but I don't think anything, based on speculation from this tweet, I think this will be status quo for the rest of the world, but Donald Trump will claim that it is different in his reality.
I want to talk about NATO and where it stands in just a moment, Jeffrey, but if we can just go back to the substance of this social media post. Trump does reference that discussions are being held concerning the Golden Dome, and he referred in his speech in Davos this morning repeatedly to Greenland as a chunk of ice, not even a land mass at that. Does this mean that he's going to put a missile defense system right on Greenland, do you think?
I mean, it could be. And this would be conceivably a fig leaf for some sort of achievement that supposedly enhances, North America strategically. I mean, we're all divining the meaning of a tweet when the stakes of the most successful alliance in human history is hanging in the balance. But that seems to be reasonable, is that maybe the Golden Dome will be installed there, and there will be a claim that this safeguards it from the Chinese and the Russians.
And one can't help to wonder, given Canada's vast Arctic, whether our far north, Nunavut, the Northwest Territories, particularly Nunavut, given its proximity to Greenland, may also be impacted. But we're just speculating again on that. Let's turn back to NATO for a second. If we look at the last 48 hours together, Carney heads to Davos and he delivers this colossal speech where he essentially says world order as we know it is over. We've got to rethink how we think of the world and political powers. Yesterday, European leaders came out and showed their might in terms of what NATO is capable of. And in the face of that, Trump has backed down. So is this a win for NATO, and where does it stand today?
I think it's a win for Canada's Prime Minister. That was an extraordinary speech. I think it's a win for whatever. I think your Prime Minister was correct that the post-war alliance that we knew since 1945 is over. NATO will continue to exist with European help. Whether America is part of that NATO remains to be seen. This is an extraordinary moment. I mean, we're turning a page. I mean, the post-World War II era has been over. Surely, but today I think is a final stamp in it, where the Europeans held together and forced America and Donald Trump to back down. It's a new chapter in NATO. Whether America will continue to be a significant partner in NATO, I mean, that's truly nobody knows. And Europeans have every right to 3 years from now, if a pro-NATO Democrat wins, to still, they don't know what's going to happen in every 4 years in an election. It's remarkable.
But it was not one political leader who forced Trump's hand here. It was the strength of the unity of the organization, one might argue, that made
absolutely
this post occur.
This has always been, starting in 2015, it's the collective action, the problem of collective action, where if one individual takes on Donald Trump, Trump can force that person to back down. And it takes collective action of several individuals acting collectively together. Collectively, the Europeans forced Donald Trump, it seems, to back down. And I think that might be the lesson for this, that beyond the bluster, Trump is a rational actor at times. And if the world and Europeans stand together, they can force America and Donald Trump to behave by at least some of the post-war order and rules that were established.
Jeffrey Bloodworth, so timely to have you on right now, so we appreciate it very much.